Granger.
Here.
Mr. Blackwell.
Here. Thank you.
Okay.
Next, we'll have the treasurer's report.
We have the approval of the minutes, and then we mixed it up, and I talked a little bit at the last meeting about changing up and maybe one report. So if you go in there, you'll see one big financial report. It still has the list of bills over $3,000. It still has the reconciliation. But I kind of modified what you're seeing, and I put a fund balance report. I think it gives a more accurate picture of all the funds in the district and where we stand, rather than just the 200, 300, and the 014. And I do want to point out a couple of things here that I want to look into a little bit more, is the fund balance, the negative fund balance, and that's what the auditors look for, is negative fund balances. So two of the fund balances that are negative that I wanted to point out was the 003 and the 300. The 003 I'll look into. The 300 is due to the fact that the athletic fund is going to be in need of a transfer to cover their expenses. I talked to Taylor the other day, and he said he usually waited to the end of the year and did just one big transfer to cover the whole thing rather than piecemeal the transfers. And my thought process, that's what I used to do too, just to see where it ended up and go from there. So I want to look into the 003 and find out what that is. And then the rest of the negative balances are all state and federal funds. And the reason for the negative balance is, well, twofold. One is we need to do a drawdown of money for these federal grants. And second of all is you cannot draw down ahead of time. You can't have any cash in hand per federal requirement. So you have to spend the money first and then draw down the money, which is counterintuitive to a negative fund balance. And rather than do advances, what we do is like carry them in the negative, and then we'll draw down money to replace what's already been spent. The problem is that the timing of drawing down and coming to the end of the month and seeing the negative balance is, it's always going to be negative, then we draw down, negative, then we draw down. Because we can't draw down ahead of time unless we do, I don't like doing a 10% advance for that.
Since Taylor's gone, who's doing the PCRs?
I am going to do the PCRs.
Okay, so are you doing you're gonna start doing them monthly?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's my goal.
All right. Okay,
Right, I mean, we're a little bit behind, that's why you
Yes.
see the big one, so I will be doing the PCRs. In fact,
Okay.
we had a grant meeting today,
okay,
so we're going to start making sure that we get that drawdown on a more timely basis. You'll
And
still
Ta-
see negative funds, but you shouldn't be seeing the big negatives that you see here for these grants.
and Taylor did, before he left, he did finish up all the ESSER,
All the ESSER is done and
All
everything. The
ESSER
only
is
thing
done?
we have to do is do the ESSER reporting out
Okay.
in March of the, they have a survey
Okay,
regardless, but he did the FERs and everything for ESSER.
okay,
So, yes.
thank
And
you.
any questions on the format and what you're seeing there, or if you want to see something different? And I'll ask for approval of just the financial report as a whole, rather than piecemeal in each one, as in the previous meetings.
The only thing that I could suggest is, in order for them to understand, the, full concept of the cash, summary report, instead of running it as a summary, can you run it also with the individual, so they'll know what, like the 9025s, or however you classify them, you know, who's in there, it lists the different funds as far as the activities report with
I could run it by a special
more
cost center,
detail,
yes.
so at least they get to see and understand where all this money is summarized from.
Sure, we could do
Yeah.
that. I mean, we could do that, because,
Yeah, I mean, just,
some of them.
just so they
yeah,
will be, you can run it both ways, it's just that, so they will understand
Right,
what is encompassed of the general fund and what's encompassed of athletics and,
right, yeah, it'll be a more detailed
Yeah, it's-
report with a lot of, and the reason I ran it only by fund is because when you look at the legal requirements for negative balances,
Yeah.
it's by a fund level.
yeah.
So that's the big one we concentrate with the auditors, but yeah, we can break that down in more
Okay,
detail
yeah,
of
just so they
what.
have the just so they
Right.
can see
And-
what they're looking at and where the funds are coming
And
from.
one more thing, you're gonna see two fund balances. You're gonna see a fund balance, which is actual cash on hand, and then you're gonna see an unencumbered fund balance, because when POs get put in, they put in the encumbrance So just to say that's a future obligation against that fund. So the big one I concentrate is not the unencumbered balance, but the fund balance for state law requirements. So those are the two, the separation of the two. Any other questions after looking at it? I know it's a lot up front here, so. And I hope everyone got the email on the 014 and looking at that one. I said from the last meeting of why that was negative, and that's, that was been carried over like 3 years now. I think it was something that took place a long time ago, and we've just been carrying the negative balance, because I'm not sure right now how we're gonna make up that difference, but we'll look at that from the school standpoint.
Do they know, did Taylor know what school that it came from?
It came from JFK.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can they use their principal fund? I mean, I don't know what they have left in their principal fund for that trip. If it was a- if it was-
They could,
Because somewhere somebody gotta make up the money.
yeah,
that they
I
didn't-
think that that's something that we'll have to look at on the principal funds, and I haven't looked at real closely in JFK's balance there, making that up, so I'll have to talk to the principal. I know is it a new principal at JFK, so we'll have to kinda like massage that, and working together and trying to eliminate that and get a plan together of how he or he, sorry, he proposes. I'm still working through the personnel. So, but we could do that.
All right, or general fund. It all depends on how they.
Yeah,
figure
it's,
out how they
you
go.
know, it might be a
Yeah.
transfer, it's just like, we'll have to see it, as
Okay,
we
okay.
progress.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to take away, I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's not this class of
Yeah.
kids, it's been
Right.
3 years ago, and I don't want to punish them of
Yeah.
getting what they could out of the principal's
Out of the
fund, so
fund.
maybe it'll,
Okay.
in the long run, might have to just do a transfer from the
Okay.
general fund.
All right.
Yeah.
And we'll look through that. Okay,
Thanks for looking.
those are the two from the treasurer's office.
Thanks for looking into that too.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
If you have any other questions, please, feel free to email me, and I can do something, or if there's something you want to see, like more of a breakout or some other type of report, let me know. Okay.
All right. Anything else for Mr. Sluka? All right. Next is the approval of our agenda.
Can we do, Mr. Blackwell, can we do the approval of the minutes
Oh.
and the financial report first? And then
Yes,
we
I'm
can
sorry.
get there, thank you.
Can we approve the financial report by the treasurer? Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Saying none, Ms. Sluka, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes,
And can we also do the minutes real quick?
sure.
Thank you.
Can we have
My
a,
bad, we're going backwards here.
yeah, can we have a motion to approve the minutes as well?
So moved.
Any discussion? Mrs. Luca, can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Shepherd?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Okay. Now, next is approval of the agenda. Can we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Mrs. Luca, can we have a roll call,
Ms.
please?
Shepherd?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Next is new business. Subject is CLEAR. The superintendent recommends the approval of CLEAR proposal with Thomson Reuters for software services training pertaining to verifying district enrollment information data for a period of 36 months at a cost of $754 per month with a 5% increase in years 2 and 3. Any discussion regarding this? If not, can we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I just have- I'm sorry, I do have one question.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I do have one question. This clear proposal for this software, is someone coming out to train with the employees that are in the enrollment office, and who's going to be overseeing if the software is being used correctly?
Yes, so this actually gives us there's actually a certification you have to
Okay.
go through to use this software.
Okay,
So we'll have 3 people from the district that will be trained in using it, and right now I'll be overseeing it.
okay, so that whole department that's over there,
Right,
are you
as we're
requiring that?
rebuilding it, yes, they're
Okay.
going to have access eventually, but.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other questions, concerns?
Ms. Shepherd?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Moore? Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. All right, next is memorandum of understanding, communities and schools. The superintendent recommends the approval of the memorandum of understanding between communities and schools of Ohio and Maple Heights City Schools for the provision of the CIS Site Coordinator Program to Maple Heights City Schools for the period beginning February 2025 through June 30th, 2026, at a total cost not to exceed $70,833. Okay. Any discussion or questions regarding this action? Can we have a motion to approve this recommendation?
So move.
Second.
Ms. Looking over roll call,
Ms. Shepherd?
please.
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes,
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Next is Safe Routes. The superintendent recommends the approval of 3-year quote from Safe Routes to provide transportation routing software services in the amount of $9,168.60 for the first year and $7,968.60 in years 2 and 3. Any discussion regarding this contract? Seeing none, can I have a motion to approve?
so moved.
Second.
Ms. Luke, can I have a roll call?
Yeah. Ms. Moore?
Yes,
Mrs. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mrs. Granger?
Yes.
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Next is Medical Mobile of Ohio LLC. Superintendent recommends the approval of the proposal for Medical Mobile of Ohio LLC to provide miscellaneous services relative to random drug testing required for school bus drivers, TB exams, alcohol tests, etc., for a period of 1 year as indicated in the attached proposal. Any discussion regarding this contract? Seeing none, can I have a motion to approve?
so moved.
Second.
Mrs. Luca, can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Moore?
Yes,
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Next is Medical Guardian LLC. The superintendent recommends the approval of the Medical Alert Services Agreement Healthcare Partnership with Medical Guardian LLC to provide medical equipment and service to the district for a period of 36 months at a monthly cost as outlined in the agreement. Any questions or concerns regarding this contract?
It says currently we are not contracted with any agency. Who is doing these tests right now? Where do you send the transportation or any employee that you require that?
Or you mean for the
The
For
last one.
last one?
Yeah, medical garden. Guardian.
When do you want to talk about drug testing that we use and PA?
Uh-huh.
Currently, we use Cleveland Clinic at work.
Okay,
It's located on Transportation Boulevard in Carver.
okay. And this is a lot less expensive than what you're currently using, or?
I was not aware of this one, so I don't know the cost comparison. So Cleveland Clinic does all of our pre-employment screenings, as well as if there's an injury that then requires
Mhm.
immediate,
Okay.
or if there's a suspicion,
Okay,
that's who we could use is Cleveland Clinic. They also do our TA reports for transportation
okay, all right,
and TA results.
so why the change?
I think because we can get everything
And what?
in one place and we can send them, because I think they still can go, I think they still can, they go to different
Okay,
places.
all right.
Come on up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
So this particular
program, they actually come to us, which is more convenient, and bringing the drivers in, it can be done, the T8 drug screens, post-accident, anything like that can actually be done at the modular. And so we're not paying the driver to go to Cleveland Clinic at work to get those things done, but they'll come there to do them. Also, I found out in past practice that the Cleveland Clinic at Work did not have any of our previous records.
Okay.
So they did not keep a good log of what was necessary.
Okay.
And so we have to go back and try to recoup those random drug tests. And so it's easier, that person will come on site, catch the drivers when they come in, and then it'll be done. That's why we went with them.
Okay, thank you.
That was for the previous one, right?
Yeah.
Not the okay, that's what I
So
thought.
do you want me to explain the other one too, or do you guys not just know about the medical guardian, the alert system?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
I don't know if they want you to explain, but I already.
Okay. I was just making sure that we was on the right one.
Okay. All right. Can we have a motion to approve
The
this
medical guardian,
contract?
correct?
Yes,
Okay.
medical guardian.
So moved. Second?
Mrs. Luca?
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Granger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Next is DECA overnight trip, Independence, Ohio. The superintendent recommends retroactive approval for DECA students to participate as interns at the Ohio Marketing and Business Educators Association event at the Embassy Suites in Independence, Ohio on February 6th through 8th. So that's already passed. Do we still need to approve that?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Moore?
Yes.
Mrs. Granger?
Yes.
Mrs. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. Next is Maple Heights Student Council overnight trip to Port Clinton and Sandusky, Ohio. The superintendent recommends approval for overnight trip for Maple Heights Student Council members to attend the annual state conference from March 14th through 15th in Port Clinton, Ohio, and Sandusky, Ohio. Any discussion regarding this overnight trip? Saying none, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second?
Mrs. Luca?
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Granger?
Yes.
Mrs. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mrs. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. All right. Next is consent calendar approval. The superintendent recommends approval of all consent agenda items. Employment is specifically conditioned on and subject to successful background checks, receipts, and final administrative review of all application records and receipt of all necessary documentation. So we are doing, Ms. Delafleur, B through
E.
B through E. All right. Can I have a motion to approve B through E?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Luca, can I have a roll call?
Yes. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Mrs. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes. All right. Next is public participation. If anyone would like to come up to the podium and speak, this is your time to do so. We just ask for you to give your name and your address, please.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
My name is Jonathan Carter. I am an outpatient manager with Everwell Community Health. We are a community-based mental health agency. We're out of Summit County, Ohio. This is something new that I'm just starting to try out. Is what I'm trying to do is, instead of emailing different principals and districts and everything, I would want to see if I could find out from the top down of who does Maple Heights use for mental health services, and possibly if there's any type of policy that we could, the policy for mental health services to be started in the school district. I know that, I know, only individual I know here is Ms. Shepherd, but I didn't want to, just come up here and not have any, just unannounced to any other school or anything like that. I'm sorry, I'm nervous because I've never stood in front of a board before. But I just wanted to see if I could get pointed in the right direction of who I can get in contact with in order to go over mental health services for your students here in Maple Heights. I'm a old past resident of Maple Heights. I grew up here. I didn't go to the schools, but I still experienced everything that the city has to offer. And of course, I just wanted to come back and start when my bosses told me it's time to start expanding out of Summit County. They said, any other school districts? So I said, why not just come back home? So that's just the main reason why I came here today, is to see if I can just get pointed in the right direction of who I can get in contact with.
Okay.
If anybody has any answers.
Ms. Delafleur, you want to?
Yes, absolutely. I would be the one who would get in touch with you, but if you want to leave your contact information with the lady right there, Tawana Honeycutt, and we'll be in touch with you tomorrow.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for thinking of us.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you, Jonathan.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Seeing none, we are going to move into executive session for number 1. Can I have a motion to move into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Slooker, will
Ms.
have a roll
Shepherd?
call?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Granger?
Yes.
Mrs. Cheeks?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes, we are in executive session at 6.